At the end of the video, I'm going to be giving an exclusive coaching offer. Don't miss it. In a recent video, Paul McBeth said that you have to plant and then throw. For some reason, a bunch of people reached out and just wanted to talk about it. So this video is going to take a deeper look into that concept. Let's get into it. You have to plant and then throw. That's Slingshot rule number 5, the Paul McBeth rule of timing. Paul McBeth is absolutely correct. The only problem is you can actually do that 2 different ways. Now please stick around for this whole video because what I'm about to show you, you can only find on this channel. When I was going through the internet, a lot of people teach to plant and throw, almost everybody. Pretty universal concept, actually. You're never gonna look like Paul McBeth if you do it the first way. No one ever does, because you're planting all your weight onto your front foot. And when you go through the internet and you look at drills, you see just a lot of that. A lot of plant and stop. Plant hard, to push down, to really go down. Get that plant, get a solid weight transfer, and then you throw. And you'll notice the most common position that you see out there on the internet is this position right here, where you're coiled and you've planted. You will never find a professional disc golfer in this position. You shouldn't do shadow throws, you shouldn't do standstill work, you shouldn't even be doing this in front of a mirror because you're building bad muscle memory already. If you're going to be in a coiled up, loaded position, your standstill position should look like a pro. No? Yes. Now, the way that I teach it, objectively, I'm the only one who teaches it on the internet. You can't find anybody else as far as I know. Leave a comment if you think somebody else out there teaches it like me, and I'll make a retraction video. So that's either a red flag or a green flag. At the end of the day, I don't care how you do it as long as you reach your potential and whatever works for you, works for you. The problem with planting all your weight is you're going through the knee. And let's be honest, that feels horrible. Not only that, it's just such an aggressive brace. You're just bracing all that weight. If you compare it to another sport like trying to jump and dunk, something I never could do, you don't want to pound the ground and then jump. You want to be light on your feet, right? You're going to come in light on your feet and then you're going to jump. It's the same thing here. You want this leg to be effortless. You don't want to feel anything here. You're going to feel a rotation into the brace, but it's going to feel really good. Probably going to feel it in your glute at the end, but this leg is going to honestly feel non-existent. The 3 positions that make up the fundamentals of pro form, the loaded position, magic position, the pro position. With that front leg brace, you can't get into those positions because you're skipping the loaded position. Without that position, you can't do the rest, right? The loaded position is where this leg is loaded against. It's popped out. This leg is bent in a little bit, right there. No. Yes. I'm going to use some numbers here. I don't have weight plates, so I don't know the exact percentages, but this should be easy to understand. 30% weight here, 70% weight here when you come into the plant. That's how you're going to plant. On the ball of your foot, and you're only going to feel pressure on your foot. This is one of the drills from my program because you can't learn this in one day. The Slingshot training program, the way I coach my students, slingshotdiscgolf.com, if you want to learn to do this step by step. It is a series of drills that takes a while to get down, but at the end of the day, you have to ease into this because the only way that you can come into the plant with 30% weight is to slow yourself down, to deaccelerate on the back leg, balance, and buy yourself time. You don't ever want to run into a brace like that. Even if I'm X-stepping fast, I got to slow myself down because I have to coil and load this leg. And by the time I plant, sure, look at that. That's a firm plant. Notice how I'm only getting pressure in this foot. The leg feels really light, knee bent, but I'm loaded over here. Now I can rotate that weight explosively. Can't do it without the back leg drive. I have enough videos on that. X step, balance, coil into the hip. When you come into this brace, you got 30% pressure there. This leg feels light, it feels good. You never, ever have weight go through the knee. That feels terrible. It's not athletic. It's gonna make you throw with your arm. X step balance, load into it. You're drifting. You're setting this foot down. You're planting it, but it's coming in nice and delicate. You're coming in soft. You're coming in light on your feet. It's gonna feel good because all your attention is over here, right? Boom. And that's the forward move, which you can find that concept in baseball with both pitching and batting. This is actually a pretty common concept across sports where you coil and load into your hip so that you can explode that weight rotationally. The problem with the front leg brace is you can't really go fast. You have a limit on how fast you can go because you have to kind of really get into that brace. If you do it this way, you can go as fast as you possibly want. That takes a lot of practice and time, but if you really are trying to push the distance, you don't really have limits at that point, but you have to have that back leg balance. It's best to learn it from a one step because then you can work on that hip and load coil. It feels incredible on the leg. I've went out and I've done this for 3-4 hours at a time, hundreds and hundreds of times. I've never once felt any pain in that leg at all. If you feel any discomfort or pain, that's not it. The exclusive offer is all my rats are for sale for $1,000. So, I'm just kidding. For the next 48 hours, if you go to slingshotdiscgolf.com and you sign up for a 1-hour Zoom call with me, where we break down your form, not only do you get 60 to 90 minutes with me, not only do you get 60 to 90 minutes with me to find out exactly where you are, break down your form to a point where you now finally understand what's going on, give you a plan to be able to move forward and actually work towards pro form without wasting your time. You also get the training program for a whole year. So the next 48 hours, go to slingshotdiscgolf.com, sign up for the one-on-one lesson. Slingshots for everybody. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Flex.
Jeez. Oh, wow. Did it go over?
Yeah. Let's go.